Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Advice to Think Twice. My name is Monica and I'm here with your 2017 overview. And this is for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Thank you very much for joining me. Have a fantastic year. And please remember that these are general readings, so they may or may not apply to everyone watching. Make sure to watch your Moon and Rising sign readings for additional messages. And of course, if you're interested in a reading that is specific to you, you can go to my website. The link to that is in the description box below. And I'm running a special for the new year, so you have discounted yearly forecasts and 6-month forecasts. So if you're interested in that, the link to it is in the description box below. Okay, so Gemini, let's have a look. You have a fantastic year ahead of you. Okay, you have both wish cards in here. You have new beginnings happening. It's looking really, really great. Okay, some hiccups here and there, but I feel like it's just your mindset and a little tweaking. You're going to be fine. So at the bottom of the deck is your overall energy for the year. We do have the Emperor. Now with the Emperor is your overall energy. Of course, it can represent an Aries person that's going to be your main focus this year, or that's going to make the strongest impact, for better or for worse. And it can also represent a father figure for you, so either dealing with a father figure, dealing with father-related issues. It can also represent dealing with figures of authority a lot this year. And of course, it can represent you taking the lead, you being in charge. So moving up in the world, so to speak, or moving up in your career, or starting your own business, or taking control of things and taking more of an active role in creating what you want to have happen. And of course, the Emperor does talk about stability and really planting firm foundations this year. And whatever you start this year, if you do it properly, it's going to have very positive, long-lasting effects in your life. So let's have a look at a month by month. In January, we have the Ace of Cups. So with these cups, this is beautiful energy. It talks about new emotional beginnings or emotional refreshment, emotional healing. It can be an overly emotional time. Maybe, you're talking to people you haven't seen in a long time, or talking about, or you're overwhelmed by what's going on. So your emotions are a little bit raw or overwhelming, or you're a little bit more sensitive. But these cups can also represent a new relationship or new beginnings within an existing relationship, love relationship. It can also be a job that is your dream job that is offered to you, that fills your heart, okay, that gives you a sense of purpose and fulfillment beyond the financial aspects. It can represent a new home for some of you. You're moving. It can also represent pregnancy. So for some of you, that's what's going on in January. But it's a month for new beginnings when it comes to your emotional life, for healing, for finding peace, and for really finding that joy within, as well as in your outside environment with the Ace of Cups. It's beautiful energy. And of course, love could be very positively aspected for you in January in terms of a love offer to you, or you offering love to someone. Or marriage proposals happening with that energy. For February, we have the Knight of Wands. With the Knight of Wands in February, this can represent a fire sign energy, so Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. With the Knight of Wands, for some of you, I feel like this person is not very stable. They don't have very stable intentions. I feel like they're just passing through, so just be mindful of that. For others of you, this does show up as a player, so just be mindful of that. Don't allow other people to take advantage of you, especially this fire sign person. I feel like, this is someone who's very charismatic, very fun to be around, but just be careful that you don't get your hopes up, because I feel like they may be gone just as quickly as they come into your life. For others of you, the Knight of Wands talks about progress with work, advancement in career. It can represent travel for those of you going to foreign places, foreign lands, meeting or dealing with foreign people or people from different cultures. It can be a card that talks about promotion. For this view, again, it can be a card that talks about relocation. It is a card that shows up when we're changing our jobs or when we are changing where we live. It could be adding something. So especially if you own your own business, I feel like you're being very creative and innovative and adding something to your work or how you do something or how you do things, or even taking things online or on a global scale, showing up for some of you with the Knight of Wands. For others, I feel like this is lots of passion and fire coming in, a very social time. Maybe you're going out a lot in February, but again, just be mindful that for some of you it may lead to further things, and for others of you it can be something that is just temporary, just meant to be enjoyed in the moment. So just be mindful of that. In March, we have the Eight of Swords. For some of you, I feel like the Eight of Swords is happening because of this person who's passing through, or who's a player coming up in February for you. In March, I feel like, they're gone and you're feeling stuck or you're feeling isolated. With the Eight of Swords, you have other options, so try not to be stuck there, okay? Try not to worry too much about it or dwell too much on that. For those of you, the Eight of Swords just talks about, feeling a little low or feeling isolated. Maybe you're traveling and so you're feeling like you're missing your friends and family or your familiar environment. But the Eight of Swords says, you know what, just make the best of it. Open your eyes to the possibilities and see what you have to deal with. See what potential you have there. See what you can invest in, improve upon, and so on and so forth. The Eight of Swords is a card that says, be mindful of your mindset, because that can cause issues for you. With the Eight of Swords, it can be that, you're seeing things a lot gloomier than what they really are. So the Eight of Swords says, open your eyes and feel confident, because you can do anything. Whatever is stressing you out or making you feel small or isolated or powerless, this says take back control, take back your power, and open your eyes to see things for what they are, and then use what you have at your disposal. For April, we have the Nine of Cups. With the Nine of Cups, this is wish fulfillment. This is your wish card in the Minor Arcana. And this says yes. So whatever you've been considering, whatever you've been thinking about starting or doing, redoing, the Nine of Cups says yes, this is a good time to do that in April. For those of you, this is a very positive answer concerning a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. And whatever you're wishing for really can be anything. So whether it's to start a new relationship, whether it's success with work, whether it's to travel, whether it's to change your job, change your residence, the Nine of Cups says yes, go for it. This is the time. Things will come together. You will have success with it. Okay, so it's also a card that says just be mindful not to go overboard with celebration in April. So it can be a card that says overindulging may be a problem here. So as long as you keep everything balanced and in moderation, it's going to be an awesome month for you. So celebrate and spread the joy, share the abundance, and share the success and the rewards with those you love. It's going to be a fantastic time. For May, we have the Ten of Wands. So with the Ten of Wands in May, it's going to be a really busy month for you. I feel like if you're taking time off in April, you're definitely struggling to catch up in May. The Ten of Wands is also a card that says you're trying to do too much at the same time, and it's draining your energy. So the Ten of Wands is asking you to assess the situation and to prioritize or to delegate if at all possible. The Ten of Wands usually happens when we offer to help someone one time, and then they just take it for granted that we're always going to do that for them, and suddenly someone else's responsibility becomes our own just because we offered to help once. And so just be mindful of that. In May, make sure that you're not taking on more than you can handle. Make sure that you're taking care of yourself first and your responsibilities before you offer to help anyone else. And also, this is saying don't push yourself too hard. Don't take on more than you can handle. Don't overextend yourself. I feel like it's really going to catch up with you. And I feel like you're working really hard to complete something, but again, you're trying to carry more than you can take. So just prioritize, come up with a list, and you're going to be absolutely fine. It can also be a really busy month for you, and I feel like if you're not careful, you can feel exhausted, drained of energy, and you may have to take some time off to recover. Okay. For June, we have the King of Swords. For some of you, the King of Swords represents your energy and being in charge. This could also be being promoted. So I feel like whatever you're trying to, struggling with completing or carrying in the month before, you're successful with completing it. You're successful with crossing the finish line. And so in June, you're getting promoted. This is things maturing, you maturing, your position maturing in some kind of a way, or a relationship maturing. So for some of you, I feel like you're calling the shots in June. For others of you, I feel like this is an air sign coming in. For the most part, this person I feel has your best interests at heart. They may represent an intellectual equal for you, so someone you bounce ideas off of or you exchange ideas with. It could be someone you work with in the month of June or work closely with. It can be a romantic interest, okay, or it can represent people being interested in you, but you being focused on other things, and so it shows that to other people it looks like you're guarded, or it looks like you're not interested, or you're keeping people at a distance with this energy. For those of you, this is an expert of sorts, either a doctor, physician, or a person of authority with where you work or what you're trying to accomplish. And so this says you may seek their advice, or it's guiding you to seek this person's advice, ask the questions you have, and this person will be very honest with you, very open, very direct, and you can trust their guidance, you can trust their advice. For July, we have the Five of Swords. With the Five of Swords, for some of you, this feels like the environment you're in, either at work with your social circles. The Five of Swords talks about, I feel for some of you, you have to make some difficult decisions, and it looks like you're being impossible, where to other people, they're not happy with the decisions you're making, and they're not really putting themselves in your shoes to see that it's been difficult for you to have to make that decision. And so there may be some conflict, or there may be some tension, but if this is the case, it's temporary, and whoever, walks away from you at this time, they're going to come back when they figure things out, or if they cannot put themselves in your shoes and they really blame you for something that you just had to do, it was necessary. If they can't see that, then, maybe you don't really need them in your life anyway. For those of you, this could be gossip or jealousy happening around you. The best way to handle it is not to get involved. Just sidestep it if at all possible. This could even be a bully, someone who's trying to pressure you to do something or force you to do something that you don't really want to do. And they may be, someone who claims to be a friend or someone you work with, even someone in the family. And so again, I feel like the best way to deal with this person is just not to engage them. They may be another air sign, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. Just keep your head down, focus on your work, or focus on whatever you're working on, and this person's going to go away. They're not going to be around forever. For August, we have the Queen of Wands. With the Queen of Wands, for some of you, this is a fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. For some of you, it comes across as a romantic interest. In August, I feel like this person really catches your eye. I feel like they're coming out of nowhere. They're very innovative. They're very creative. They're very fun to be around. This is someone who's more mature than the individual we were dealing with in February. This is someone who's got their stuff together. They're not going to waste your time. They're not going to, be here today and gone tomorrow. And for some of you, you could be meeting this person through work, or you're working with this person. For others of you, this is a business partner or someone you talk to for business, someone you're looking to work with, collaborate with in some sort of a way. And I feel like, you're going to have to adapt to this way, to their way of working. I feel like they have a very different way of working and thinking than what you're used to, but it's just going to take a second for you to adjust. And it's going to be just fine. You're not going to have a problem working with them. And for others of you, it feels like a very strong friend, a very loyal friend that you could be looking into going into business with. For September, we have the Ace of Wands. So with the Ace of Wands in September, this talks about a new job opportunity, a new job that is offered to you, changing your careers maybe, taking on a new career, starting your own business for some of you with this energy. For others of you, this is new beginnings in terms of promotions and advancements. For others, this is a new home in a foreign land perhaps, or some sort of holiday home. For others of you, this is new life. So with these two energies, it could talk about pregnancies, or finding out that you're pregnant, or finding out that your partner's pregnant, or someone around you is pregnant. But it feels more like new life, new passion coming in for you. It's also you taking charge, or you being in control, shows up again with this Ace of Wands. It can also be a new creative endeavor, a new creative project. It could be a very, very inspired month for you. If you are working in the arts, okay, with writing or painting or singing or filming, recording, anything like that, I feel like September is going to be a really, really significant month, making lots of progress or starting new things. Coming up with the Ace of Wands. October, you have the Star card. So this is the wish fulfillment card in the major arcana. So it's a really big wish coming true, or a wish coming true that affects several areas of your life for the better. Absolutely. It can be moving, comes up with this card, a significant trip that you finally get to take. It can be just taking time off to focus on your health and your spirituality. It can be a new job, new career, new relationship, or healing coming up for you. With the Star card, it can represent an Aquarius person coming in for you, and being starry-eyed over this person. But the Star card represents wish fulfillment, hope, healing, redefining who you are, or working on who you are, working on yourself, either working out, shaping or reshaping, how you look, your wardrobe, your body, and so on and so forth, your look in general. And it is definitely fulfillment happening, okay? So getting your way with something, a dream coming true for you, following your star, wishing upon a star and seeing that it's coming true for you. In November, we have the Nine of Swords. With the Nine of Swords, for some of you, it does show up as anxiety, worrying, maybe you have a decision to make, maybe to do with this Aquarius person, maybe to do with something else, and you're really struggling with this decision. You have to figure out what is best for you, and it's a very difficult decision for you to make. And so you're sitting up at night and you're running scenarios through your head. If I do this, then maybe this happens. If I do this, maybe this happens. And so I feel like it's a lot of pressure that you put upon yourself to make a choice or to make a decision. For others of you, the Nine of Swords talks about late nights. Maybe you're going out and partying more, or maybe you're just working a lot and not getting enough rest. This is definitely kind of a caution card, cautionary energy, to make sure that you balance everything, to make sure that you definitely get enough rest, to make sure that you eat properly, to make sure that you sleep enough, or that you have healthy sleep patterns, and not just 3 hours a night or anything like that. And whatever you're worried about in November, the Nine of Swords says that you're building up in your head whatever that is, and you're making it to be a lot worse or a lot more complicated than it is or than it has to be. So with the Nine of Swords energy, this is saying you're exhausted and you're not seeing things clearly, or you're overthinking something and you're making it into this big monster. It's just saying take a step back, clear your head of it, don't think about it for a while. Focus on your health, focus on grounding yourself, and keeping yourself in a healthy space, and solutions will come to you. The answers will come to you. You don't have to stress, you don't have to worry, and you don't have to scramble to get answers or to come up with decisions, okay? And in December, we do have the Devil card. Now with the Devil energy, I feel like for some of you this is connected. I feel like you're getting your wish with something, and then you have late nights because of it, and then before you know it, you're in this vicious cycle or this unhealthy, imbalanced cycle of working too much and not resting enough, or working too much and ignoring your friends and family, or ignoring yourself and your needs. The Devil card talks about overindulging or going overboard, things being off balance. For some of you, it talks about, being chained to your desk, being chained to your work, and just kind of not having time for anything else, or feeling like you don't have time for anything else. This is, for those of you, it talks about a Capricorn that's important to you in December. And this person could be someone you focus on and really struggle to help or want to help or work with. And it could be someone giving you trouble or causing obstacles for you or keeping you stuck, or making you feel powerless about a situation. Whatever the case may be, you can take your power back. Don't allow anyone to pressure you. Don't allow anyone to bully you. Just step back from the situation. Take back control. Take back your power. Be confident. And then look at what you can do about that situation. But the Devil card is definitely a caution for you not to go overboard, not to overindulge, not to focus too much on the material, or the superficial, or the pleasure side of things. Keep everything in balance and you'll be fine. You'll be absolutely fine. Let's look at your oracle cards. For career and finances and education, we have Adriana. I'm leading you towards the answer to your prayers. Please listen to and follow the steps I'm communicating through your intuition, thoughts, and dreams. So with this card, this is definitely talking about answered prayers. So again, your wish cards. You have 2 wish cards, both wish cards in your reading. So it's going to be a very strong year for you, a very powerful year for you, for manifestation, for getting your wish. Pay attention to signs and symbols. Pay attention to your dreams. Pay attention to your intuition. They're guiding you in the direction of you getting your wish. And you're definitely climbing the ladder, and seeing improvements or gaining independence throughout this year. For emotional life and love life, we have finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. So for some of you, this means you're going to meet someone through work, or you're going to have a relationship with someone at work, or someone at work is a romantic interest for you this year. For those of you, this says that maybe you're going into business with your partner this year, or you're creating some sort of family business. For others, maybe you are meeting someone, or starting a relationship with an authority figure at work, or a superior, or a boss of some sort. And for those of you, this just says maybe you're not interested in love so much because you're so focused on work and you're so focused on making your finances what you want them to be. Again, this just says, you know what, keep the balance in everything that you do, and you're going to be fine. And if you're in an existing relationship, again, this says make that a priority just as much as your work, or just as much as your finances. For your health and well-being, we have detoxification. Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for cleaning up my body, mind, and life so that I may happily and healthfully live free of chemicals. So detoxification for you this year talks about maybe you're cleaning up your diet, maybe you're quitting coffee, smoking, anything like that, any sort of addiction, any sort of unhealthy habit. For those of you, you're being asked to cleanse and detoxify. You're being asked to clear your energy as well. And also this says remove unhealthy or toxic people and situations from your life this year. Focus on a clean and healthy environment and healthy relationships and healthy situations in your life, and make choices based on that. And your overall energy, your overall advice is energy healing work. Thank you for sending healing energy to me and through me for my own blessings and for all those around me. Thank you for connecting me to loving and high integrity healers and teachers of energy healing modalities. So this says this would be a good year for you to look into energy healing work, especially if you've been thinking about it for quite some time. This is going to benefit you very, very much. Do some research and see what you're drawn to and look into that. For those of you, this says again, clear your energy and use your spirituality more in whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish, okay? Whether it's working with crystals, whether it's burning candles, whether it's incense, or whatever the case may be. Maybe you're praying more, maybe you're meditating more. This says use your spirituality, use your intuitive gifts in whatever it is that you're doing and whatever you're trying to manifest this year. And of course, it's saying ask for guidance, ask for information, whether from your spirit guides or you're looking for an actual guide or an expert of sorts. But this says talk to people, reach out, ask questions. You will receive the answers that you're looking for during this time. So overall, it looks like a really, really wonderful year. Okay, some hiccups here and there, but I feel like if you change your mindset, you can easily move through anything that's going on. Be mindful who you allow into your life, and be mindful who you place your faith or your trust into this year. But it's a beautiful, beautiful year for new beginnings and making healthy choices. I feel like, it could be a bit of a test for some of you in terms of, what, you've been through enough and you've learned a lot. So let's see if you can apply what you've learned, and if you can choose new beginnings, or if you can choose healthy things, people, situations, or if you have the tendency to go back into old habits and imbalanced situations where you give your power away to someone else. So let me know how things play out for you. Let me know how this makes sense and how your year is going. Thank you very much for being here, and thank you for all your support. Have a fantastic year, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care.